intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Plowing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no!
Hello everyone, it is the Almighty Jeff and this is episode 63 of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Last time we were tricked by a crying child who lured us into an ambush. We delved into the sewers for a tomb entombed in which we dealt with a vampire that was unhappy with us disrupting his beauty sleep. We finally gave Rosa the fencing lessons that she asked for, and we beat Olivia the innkeeper at Gwent. So, we're still in Novigrad, of course. If we open the map we can see just about where we are. Just across from the Rosemary and Thyme is we're going to be heading over to this marker over here. And we should have a quest called A Feast for Crows. Let's have a look.
Something stinks. Decomposing flesh.
Looks like you.
Slight wound. Shallow, but severed his artery. What are you holding? A key. Interesting. Kept running till he bled to death.
Let's see where this leads. So it's going in here. Hello.
Hey mate, someone invite you here?
No. Followed a trail of human blood.
So you found our pal Derek? Well, must have a good eye. After our little, falling out, I spent half a day looking for him. And all I got out of it was a stroll and some dog shit on my shoes. Soiled me fine as poolings. Snake skin. Take a gander.
What you gabbing for? Cleaver said it clear. Anyone finds our den, shove him between the ribs and drop him in the gutter.
Think, Grun. Just once use your fucking melon. If the Witcher's found the body, he's found the key too. Can't open the drop box without the key. You don't open the drop box, Cleaver don't get what he ordered. Cleaver don't get what he ordered, he gets angry. You want that? Didn't think so. So, hard to hear me. You've got two options. First, give us the key. I pay you for your trouble and everyone goes their own way smiling. Second, make a fuss. Do what Grun wants. Sit between your ribs.
Well, this seems a bit like a dodgy operation. I don't think I'm interested.
Two things only the greatest fools do. Throw stones at hornets' nests and threaten a witcher.
Alright. Hey. Oh, there you go. Is there a bandit out there? What the hell's going on? So I can't actually do anything because these geezers around the back are interrupting everything. Are we quite finished? What's this? Yeah, Marabella School. I think we saw that before, didn't we? Okay, if we're quite finished, I'd like to look for the treasure chest. Oh, something up here. I want it. You can put your sword away, you know that. Okay, that's the chest, so grab that in a second. There you go, that was it. Wasn't really that special. Presumably it's a naff thing and it's not even going to be, yeah, not worth it. Okay, that's A Feast for Crows done. Now let's do a haunted house. So back to here. to find out what's going on. Just Sarah up to more mischief, presumably.
Ow! Don't pull! Well, you wanted braids. But I didn't want my hair pulled. Can't have one without the other. Then I don't want them.
You're being a nuisance again.
Witcher? Kareem, look who's come.
Live here together now? Didn't know.
Once you told me Sarah had been responsible for my nightmares, I decided to see if the devil's as scary as they paint him. Or her. I came in to find not a fiend, but our little Sarah. And I can't say why, but we took a liking to one another immediately.
Long ago, to isolate themselves from a world of beasts, humans began building cities. But since beasts prowl within stone walls as well as they do outside them, this did not allay human fears. The truth is, walls guarantee no one's safety. The place where you lock yourself in and lock all else out, that's not your home. Your home is sometimes a place you travel long and far to find.
Oh, was that it? Okay.
Yes?
Oh, you scared me, Sarah. You scared me. Alright, well that was nice. Got to know they've settled in lovely. Alright, and we're going to head back to Hyrax Square, which is around this way, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to speak to someone about a message. There should be a bookkeeper around the main square that we can have a word with. So we'll try and find him. I think as well I'm going to do one more thing, just because I've been to this armourer so many times, and he doesn't play Gwent, but you can have a conversation with him about something, and I don't know if we're ever actually going to speak to him as part of the story, so I'll get it that way before I forget. So obviously I want to get it on camera.
Top-notch swords.
Top notch. Okay.
Master crafted armor. Think you could make me some?
Ooh, I did get my journeyman's papers, but I've yet to make anything akin to a masterwork. You might try in Velen. A dwarf there goes by Fergus. He might help. Guildsmen claim there's no one better anywhere south of the Pontar.
Okay.
So long.
That was it. So this bookkeeper. Presumably he's one of these merchants. So it's like a bank, I think. Vivaldi, yeah, he's a banker. I don't think it's the same banker from it's not the same Vivaldi from Witcher 1. I think that was a different one, but yeah, Books and Scrolls, this must be this guy. Marcus T.K. Hodgson.
White hair, yellow eyes, slashed face, just like he said.
Who said?
Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Geralt of Rivia's enough. What is it?
A man came to me a few years past, paid me to keep a book for you, said you'd come for it one day.
Who was he?
He didn't introduce himself, but the book has a red cover, that I remember. I'm sure I've not sold it.
Alright, see if I can find it.
And perhaps glance at the others while you're at it.
Alright.
Be glad to look over what you got.
Okay, what's this then? Special wild hunts. We'll probably come across most of these in our travels, so there's not really any need to buy them yet. Let's have a look. Message from an old friend. Found a book with a red cover using your Witcher senses. Well, a lot of them have red covers. I assume it's this one. Merry Adventures of Muriel, the Lovely Harlot Illustrated Edition.
The Merry Adventures of Muriel, the Lovely Harlot, adorned with humorous engravings.
Alright. On one occasion, Mira went on a journey to see her auntie and Maribor, accompanied by her nursemaid. Their path took them through a forest, and in the forest lived a Russia's troop of bandits. The infamous group was led by Flynn Selms, and all the king's men had been unable to bring them to justice. Alas, such was Muriel's great misfortune that these bandits chose to attack her carriage. Muriel's nursemaid was old, blind, and deaf. She did not wake when a tree fell in front of their carriage and with a loud thud, nor when the bandits fought a fierce battle against the guardsmen. When Flint ripped open the carriage door with his muscular arms and stepped inside, Muriel had to deal with the danger herself. "Make I guess comfortable, young lady," the old nursemaid muttered in her sleep. Muriel obediently carried out her instructions. Okay, I take it that's not the one we're looking for. This is not the book you've been looking for. Okay. Might be upstairs then, I presume. There's another one there. There's quite a few more. The treatment of furuncles through cauterization, a study.
Treatment of furuncles through cauterization, a study.
Okay. I haven't seen a boil, usually more than they'd care to. These deformities don't just mar your beauty, they can be signs of disease, or even the disease cause an epicenter. If your lungs wheeze and your heart flutters, or if you're just sick of pustules, you can carve them off and be free of this ill for good. When you go to carve off a boil, use a sharp knife with which you've had a dog lick thoroughly beforehand, for a dog's tongue works wonders in healing wounds. You've got to be brave as you go about it, slicing as confidently and steadily as if carving off a hunk of cheese. Then quickly cauterize the resultant wound using a red-hot poker. Don't pay any mind to screams or tears. Pus, bile, or any other humours need to be gathered in a basin, then dumped into the pit, and the pit covered, else the illness might return. Okay. My Manifesto of the Life of Jacques de Aldersberg. That's a familiar name.
Manifesto. Must be it. There's a letter inside.
Let's just take these as well. Tyromancy, or the noble art of cheese divination.
Fancy, or the noble art of cheese divination.
Let's read that. Oh, okay. We'll come to that in a second. What splendid diversity reigns in the kingdom of cheese. The ripened curd can be white or blue, hard or soft, fresh or aged, from the milk of cows, sheep or goats, brined, pickled or untouched. This list could go on till the end of time, and each of them, every last slice, every morsel and crumb, not only brings with it an unmatched rush of sensory experience, but in the right hands can be made to reveal the universe's most closely guarded secrets. For cheese, like the innards of sacrificed animals, the flight of a swallow, or vivid dreams, could be used for divination. The depth and size of a cheese's holes reveal when rains will fall in the coming year, while the colour of mould veins tells who shall love whom, and the scent of a hard grana padano predicts which army will vanquish its foes and which shall perish. The best divination, however, is done using the ancient method of fondue. One must simply melt two different types of cheese, preferably Emmental and Gruyere, in white wine or, in a pinch, in a dry apple cider. Then one must use a long stick to immerse a morsel of bread in the resultant thick, soupy mixture, all the while keeping in mind the question, what shall my child be like when he, or she, as the case may be, grows? Then bring the cheese-covered morsel or bread up to a candle so that it casts a shadow on the wall. The shape will provide a short and easily understood answer to your query. Okay. My Manifesto of the Life of Jacques de Aldersberg. The reasons for choosing Jacques de Aldersberg as Grand Master remain a mystery. The Order of the White Rose had gone through a crisis in those times and was on the verge of collapse, so one might guess that the Brethren wished to have someone decisive as their leaders, someone with a clear vision. De Aldersberg was precisely such a man. One of his first decisions was to change the Brotherhood's name to the Order of the Flaming Rose. The most puzzling aspect, however, is that the Order and the King himself decided to trust a man who, for all intents and purposes, had appeared out of nowhere. They said he was a wanderer, an itinerant priest who moved crowds with his speeches still claiming non-humans. They say he worked miracles and showed his flock visions of a world destroyed by the White Frost. He was undoubtedly a man of great charisma, one installed with unshakable principles which he, in turn, tried to instill in others. Was he truly a source? Was he indeed gifted with raw magic talent? That we will never know for certain, because we dealt with him. That's from A. Witcher. In the ocean of possibilities, some events are more likely and some less. It is not easy to fish out the first, not even when one's intellect stretches through all time and space. I left this letter for you in the hope that, despite all odds, you will come across it one day, for I must warn you, mankind is threatened. The prophesied destruction by the White Frost is not just the babbling of some mad she-elf. Perhaps I'll have the opportunity to convince you of this in person. If not, I must rely on this letter, which you will read many years from now, at a time when you know more than you did when we first met. Knowing that nothing will save the world except preparing its entire population for this catastrophe, the old tales say a child of the elder blood could starve of the danger, but I tried and failed. Ever since I have been haunted by a hideous vision, a crowned wraith, the spectre of my failure. Wild Hunt. I was the chosen one, and the chosen one failed. You and your brotherhood are our only hope. When the time of the wolf's blizzard comes, men shall perish, and only the Ubermen will survive. Your duty is to give the world Ubermen. Whatever you think of me, do not fail as I have. A. That's Alvin, isn't it? that was like the heavily hinted thing in the game, wasn't it? That Alvin would grow up to be... Alvin was a time traveller and would grow up to be Jacques de Aldersberg, and that is marked as A. I think that's CD Projekt Red saying, like, yeah, it is. It's definitely Alvin. So that's cool. Moribundia, the vampire's lost likeness. Okay. Thereupon, Isabella took Edward's glistening visage in her hand and embraced his icy lips, which were twisted into a cynical grin. "Forgive me, my love," she whispered, stifling the sobs heaving her bosom, "but my heart doth long with fiercer passion for yon werewolf, whom thou hatest with all thy vampiric venomousness." "'Tis for the best," spoke Edward, shifting his pale face towards the equally pale moon. "With me thy life was ever endangered, with yon werewolf thou shalt know peace and happiness." Edward turned around and took a step towards the exit, but Isabella grabbed his wrist and bade he stop. The touch of her hand was so tender, his heart nearly began to beat anew after centuries of death stillness. "There is more," spoke she, averaging his penetrating gaze. "I am with child." Okay, that is it. Boom. Right, let us go. Let's find a innkeeper. Can we speak to him again? Maybe we'll tell him
Interested in
what happened.
books? You don't look the scholar, but we've ones with drawings as well.
Well, I can play cards to them. I'm not doing that yet,
Let's see these books of yours.
because I'm playing Gwent with somebody else. Can we just sell him all these books we've nicked off his shelf? Okay. Just get rid of those.
Farewell.
So we're heading to the inn at the Crossroads, and that should finish up the playing innkeep's quest. So we're jumping all the way down here. It's been a bit of time since we were down this way, so it should be fun. So let's activate the correct quest. All right, here I am. Where is he? Got you, is it? Why is he not here? This is somewhat disturbing. Head out. There he is. So do you mind? Geralt.
Greetings.
Greetings.
They say you play cards.
They don't speak idly then. Times are tough, and rare cards are often worth more than a fistful of gold. So, will you play?
Let's.
Indeed. Hey.
Must admit, I scoffed and lost. Well, stupidity's got its price. My prize card's yours.
Hey, there we go. Minnow Core Horn. Sure thing. And that should be it for that quest, I think. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah. Alright, cool. That's all the side stuff I wanted to get done. Let's head on to get Junior. Go to the bathhouse and talk to Count Reuven, who is somewhere this away. So let's go and have a word. See if we can point us in the right direction to finding our beloved dandelion. This way. Excuse me, people. Out of the way. Okay. Knock, knock.
Open up.
What's the fuss? The bathhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Busy? With what?
Entertaining important guests.
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door. Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not leaving till I see him.
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Count Reuven cordially invites you to join him. I'm happy.
It's a peculiar name.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
You make this robe here.
Okay.
Your equipment will be safe.
Whit woo, Geralt, whit woo.
Splendid. Count Reuven awaits in the next room.
Hi, Whitehead. Nice bum you have.
Thank you.
He
They're very polite.
And Junior cut off his hand, then ordered him to shove it up the horse's arse. And then he sent the body back, offering bigger.
Well, this is lovely.
Easy, Cleaver.
Whoreson
Yeah,
Junior's a
Cleaver.
dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe, and we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuven, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here?
Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
I'm a witcher.
Problems with your plumbing?
Nah, it's under control. Geralt's a friend from the old days. Although,
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Plowing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no!
Hey, nice little lady.
I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
Let's go and kick some ass.
First ever bargain with my prick hanging out.
Oh, we got more of you. Is that it? You're like nothing.
Good work, gents. Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed. I'll get to the bottom of who, why, and how.
They were Whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Who pranced in right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it?
Let's give him a chance to explain.
I don't know.
Not gonna introduce me to your friends?
Good thing happens not here. He tanned the hide on my arse for being so rude. Francis Bedlam you know, but then who's not heard of this patron of the fine arts and supporter of entrepreneurs of limited initial needs? And the dwarf's Carlo Veres, known also as Cleaver. Carlo's in entertainment, mostly.
I'm looking for Whoreson Junior.
Interesting.
What do you want with him?
Junior's gonna help me find someone.
Whoreson's not helped a soul in all his miserable life.
I'll ask him nicely.
See, Cleaver? Perhaps if you'd not called Junior an uncle fucker and asked him nicely, he'd have showed up today.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Whoreson's out to get us, and he'll succeed eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Whoreson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out. And you, geriatric, or whatever your plowing name is, wanna find Whoreson? Find me first.
Seems like a lovely guy.
Any clue on Junior's whereabouts? Be grateful for any lead.
Siggy? It's worth a try. Geralt's got a knack for finding people, and he's discreet, a value in itself.
Leave you to it then.
I'll look in on you tomorrow, Francis. Finish our talk.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. In private. Right mess that was. Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that, it bloody pounds like the bells of Beauclair at dawn.
Sorry to hear that.
You're sorry? Well, consider it resolved then. Now, mind showing some added compassion could mean a miraculous recovery to me.
Listen, Reuven. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Whoreson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste? Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake, someone's behind Whoreson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam and Junior. Well, I'd call them our partners if we built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But We just need to stay out of each other's ways. Agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am? Was. Bedlam, sure. The others most likely suspect. But we just don't talk about it. No need to.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior controls the largest casino in town. I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfarge raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bugger bet lost his ruby ring. Then there's the arena in the city's bowels. Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Whoreson's house. Though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Whoreson's got naught to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the pits. Endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Mentioned Whoreson's got a house. Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of the bridge. Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
See if I can't find Whoreson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Whoreson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
You in contact with Radovid?
See, you're as witty as ever. No, I'm not in contact with him. I'd prefer it remained that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive. Not anything. Not anyone. And especially not the sorceress of the lodge.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
From master spy to master criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination. Same old shit.
Yeah, except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now?
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself. And thus far, it's been going rather well.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Don't think so.
As far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
You wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with Dandelion, would you?
Of course I do.
You serious?
Dead serious. Dandelion published a sonnet recently. Second stanza, the shit uses paired couplets instead of an inserted rhyme. Surely you understand how deeply offended the poetry lover in me was. The bastard shan't get away with it.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. Got me own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion.
It's from the episode, dude.
I'll get paid
Everything for free, eh? Did you bargain this hard when Emma wanted to hire you?
Who told you?
What do you mean, who? Emma did. I could never reveal my sources to you or anyone else. It would be fucking unprofessional. But we've chatted enough. Yeah, I'll pay you. Count on it. So, can I count on you?
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tribe. Ah, and you do realize, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
Oh, we're still going.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Okay, phew, right, okay, we have to be quick here. So, characters, we've got Cleaver, we've got Gistra, I guess how you pronounce that. Books, we've read all these, of course, crafting, alchemy, inventory, blah 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 blah. Quests, so obviously we've progressed through Get Junior a little bit, Haunted House, Gwent playing Innkeeps, and A Feast for Crows. I believe it's, oh no, we had a message from an old friend as well. So there you go. Character, everything's fine. But it's until midday, as much good as it'll do it when we're underground. Alright, let's save the game there. Alright, that's where we're going to end it for today. I'm not going to talk a lot because obviously we've got to wrap this up pretty soon because that last conversation went on quite a while. But I did quite enjoy this episode. I managed to clear off quite a few side quests, and obviously we've started Get Junior. We've met some of the sort of gang leaders, I suppose, of Novigrad, and hopefully that will help us on our lead to finding Dandelion. Before I wrap, I'm going to take a second to thank my amazing patrons, my £5 patrons are Ever the Snake and Ron Hyler. You can find links to their channels as well as my other £3 patrons in the description down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my £1 patrons. Thank you so much, everyone. It is truly appreciated, and it goes a long way to help the channel, so I do thank you a lot for that. And if you should become a patron, you can find a link in the description down below. But you don't have to do that because at the end of the day, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.